Airports are temples of security. Every beep of a scanner. Every flash of an ID. Every uniform. From the moment you enter, you're told, "We've thought of everything." Shoes come off. Belts removed. Bags searched. TSA agents watch thousands of faces a day. But here's the question no one asks. Who's watching the insiders? The pilots, the flight attendants, the caterers, the baggage handlers, the mechanics. We never pause to think about the men with wrenches in their hands and badges that open doors you've never seen. And one of them, Paul Belwazi, understood that truth all too well. For years, he used the trust built into the system to smuggle a fortune in drugs across the skies. His tool wasn't a suitcase. It wasn't a fake passport. It was knowledge. Knowledge of the machine we all trust with our lives. Paul was not the type to draw attention. Mid-50s. Quiet. Steady. The kind of man who blended into the background. He'd spent decades at JFK, working under the roar of jet engines. Co-workers said he was dependable. He knew aircraft like others knew their own homes. But behind that calm exterior was a man stretched thin. Debts. Temptations. The promise of quick money whispered in the wrong ear. And here's where the story turns dark. Cartels and traffickers are always looking for weak links. They don't need to bribe a pilot or risk a passenger. They just need one person with access. For Belwazi, that meant opportunity. Why sneak drugs through customs when you could place them in the heart of a jet, where no one would ever look? Let's pause here. Most people have no idea how complex an airplane really is. Hidden spaces. Electrical bays. Panels secured with nothing more than screws and faith. One of the least known? The avionics bay, tucked just under the cockpit. A maze of wires, processors, and electrical nerves. A place passengers never see. Customs doesn't check it. TSA doesn't touch it. But mechanics? They live there. Paul realized this space was perfect. Invisible. Accessible only to insiders. And so, a new smuggling route was born. Not through borders. Not through baggage. But through the belly of the machine itself. Wrapped cocaine bricks slid into the bay. Panels closed. Screws tightened. From the outside, nothing looked unusual. Above, passengers settled into their seats. Below, a secret cargo worth hundreds of thousands of dollars waited quietly. Drugs don't move themselves. Someone gave Belwazi those bricks. Investigators later hinted at cartel ties. South American cocaine routes that fed into New York's veins. And insiders willing to pay insiders. To traffickers, Belwazi was gold. Not only could he hide the drugs, he could guarantee their flight. No checkpoint. No random search. Each successful delivery strengthened his confidence. Each time a jet rolled down JFK's runway, carrying contraband beneath its polished cockpit, he felt untouchable. But the cartels never cared about him. For them, he was just a tool. A mechanic with a badge. Expendable the moment he failed. Here's where this story digs deeper. Airports are built on layers of trust. Every worker has access to something others don't. And yet, no system is perfect. Because the truth is chilling. Most security is designed to stop passengers, not workers. Paul knew this. That badge let him move like a ghost. Through doors marked, authorized personnel only. Past guards who didn't even blink. He carried tools. And inside those tools, the power to smuggle without ever being checked. Passengers sweated in security lines. Meanwhile, Belwazi walked past unnoticed. Contraband hidden just feet from their luggage. The irony? People thought they were safe because of the system. But the system itself had been compromised. No scheme lasts forever. And for Belwazi, the crack came quietly. February 2020. A routine customs inspection. An aircraft about to leave. An officer noticed something odd. Screws misaligned on a panel beneath the cockpit. It wasn't dramatic. No sirens. No dogs barking. Just an experienced officer's gut instinct. The panel opened. Inside, 10 cocaine bricks. Wrapped. Neat. Hidden. Passengers above had no idea that their plane had nearly carried a cartel's fortune. That moment changed everything. Investigators turned inward. Who had access? Who had the skill? Maintenance logs. Shift records. Camera feeds. The dots started to connect. Paul Belwazi. He was there. At that time. On that plane. Agents followed him. Tracked him at home. Watched his routines. The more they looked, the more it fit. Fingerprints from the packages matched his. And suddenly, the trusted mechanic became a criminal suspect. The FBI and Homeland Security moved in. Quietly. Methodically. Until the day came when they walked him away in handcuffs. Courtrooms echoed with disbelief. How could a man trusted to keep planes safe betray that trust so deeply? Prosecutors painted the picture. This wasn't just about drugs. It was about aviation security itself. Passengers gasped. When headlines hit, they'd boarded flights maintained by a smuggler. In September 2024, the sentence landed. 9 years in federal prison. The man who once kept jets in the air had used the same access to turn them into drug mules. Think about it. The last time you flew, you trusted the system. But what if, beneath your feet, the story was different? What if, as you buckled your seatbelt, bricks of cocaine sat just below the cockpit? This is the danger of insider threats. Not strangers sneaking through checkpoints, but trusted hands using privilege to betray. Paul Belwazi wasn't a mastermind. He was a mechanic who saw opportunity. And for years, no one noticed. The next time you walk through an airport, ask yourself, who do you really trust? And how safe is safe when the danger comes from within?